I want to do a video about Vlad Tarasenko and the crossroads that he's at. This is a player who early on in his career looked like he was an absolute steal at number 16 in the draft in 2010, and he still very well could get back there. But it's not going to be easy, and we're going to see whether or not he has to reinvent his game at all when he returns to hockey and what kind of player you're going to end up with. So he's drafted in 2010. He spends the first couple years in the KHL, and then he comes over. Plays 38 games in 2012-2013, 8 goals, 11 assists, 19 points. In the playoffs, he played 1 game, had no points. February 22nd of 2013, so during that season, he had a concussion that caused him to miss 10 games. So that's concerning, but, as long as it's not a situation where you get concussion after concussion, it's all right. 2013-2014, plays 64 games. 21 goals, 22 assists, 43 points, and in the playoffs, 6 games played, 4 goals. He is a playoff performer. The one question I've always had with Tarasenko is just how good he could be if he could consistently put the goals in. And it is not criticism, though it may come across as being criticism at times. So he ends up with 21 goals in 64 games, but March 16th of 2014, he had right hand surgery, which caused him to miss the last 15 games of the regular season. So on the board, I've just put the longer injuries, not the ones made him miss a game or he had a flu and he missed the game. 2014-2015, he ends up being an all-star that year. 77 games, 37 goals, which was 5th overall in the National Hockey League. 36 assists, 73 points, which was 10th overall. In the playoffs, 6 games, 6 goals, 1 assist, 7 points. And he ends up on the 2nd all-star team for the NHL. So league-wide, he's considered the 2nd best at his position. Year's over. So the sky's kind of the limit at this point. In 2015-2016, he made a believer out of me completely. 80 games, 40 goals, 34 assists, 74 points. He's 4th in the NHL in goals with 40. In the playoffs, 20 games, 9 goals, 6 assists, 15 points. He's a 2nd-team all-star again. And for the following season, I said, I think he's going to end up getting the Rocket Richard Trophy. I could see it, because here he goes from 5th overall in goals to 4th. And I felt like it was only a matter of time before he's a 50-goal scorer. He's got one of the best shots in the game. And there's no reason to think he's not going to be a 50-goal guy. And once he gets that first 50-goal season, he'll be, back-to-back and all this. And the sky really seemed to be the limit. 2016-2017, 82 games played, scores 39 goals, which was 4th. 36 assists, 75 points, which is 10th. I cannot stress enough how impressive it is that a guy can have 39 goals after a year he had 40. And you're still at the end of the year saying, I know there's more there. And that's what I've always thought with Tarasenko. Now in the playoffs, 11 games played, 3 goals, 3 assists, and 6 points. But still, feeling like there's more there. I know there's more to give. 2017-2018, 80 games played, 33 goals, 33 assists, 66 points. What we don't know at that time is he's not feeling 100%. So April 1st of 2015, he had a lower body injury that caused him to miss 5 games. And then April of 2018, this is where the shoulder starts to become an issue. It had been an issue, and now he's getting into surgery territory. So what's impressive is in 2018-2019, he plays 76 games, doesn't miss very many games, 33 goals, 35 assists, 68 points. And you have to think that his shoulder was bothering him during that season, and he still put up 33 goals. That's impressive. And then in the playoffs, 26 games, 11 goals, 6 assists, 17 points, and he wins the Stanley Cup with the St. Louis Blues. He had certain periods during that run with the Blues where I thought they would have won without him. I didn't think he was the key guy for the Blues. He still ends up with 11 goals in 26 games. He played well. But again, what we don't know is just how much pain Tarasenko's going through and just how difficult this is for him. So March 19th, I should say, of 2019, he had an upper body injury that caused him to miss 5 games. It's vague, but if you want to say it's probably his shoulder, you're probably right. 2019-2020, the season that we finally got finished in September, he played 10 games, 3 goals, 7 assists, and 10 points. And the shoulder has got to the point where he has 3 goals in 10 games. And so he misses a majority of the season. In the playoffs that year, he plays 4 games, gets 0 points. And I remember, especially against Vancouver, seeing a lot of comments about how, oh, he's a bum and he's not playing very well. He's not trying very hard. What we don't know at that time is he's likely in a ton of pain. Absolutely huge amount of pain this kid's going through. I can say kid, he's, 29, so I can say that. I'm in my 40s, I can say that. But on October 28th of 2019, when he's put on that LTIR, it's for that left shoulder. Okay, he missed 61 games in playoff games. He missed 4 of them altogether. It's the shoulder. And so we're coming out of a season where he hasn't played hardly at all. When he did, 14 combined games and 3 goals. He's not playing like Tarasenko. He's not playing like the player that he was. And being at age 29, the question then becomes, will he ever get back to that? All-Star game, All-Star game, All-Star game, 2 second-team All-Stars. But that now is 4 seasons in the past. You have to ask yourself, can he get back to being a second-team All-Star level player, or is that done? So, April 2018, as I said, the reconstructive surgery after the Blues missed the playoffs. So they missed the playoffs. A few days later, he had surgery. And again, it was something that we weren't aware. I don't remember any reports of it during the season, and he only missed 2 games during the year. 18 and a half months later, he has a second surgery, which Doug Armstrong wouldn't really say was reconstructive. Because here's the thing. He just had his shoulder reconstructed 18 months earlier. You don't want to be saying, yeah, we have to do it again. And then in the offseason, he has now had a third injury. Same shoulder, same issue. And the question mark with Tarasenko is one of, he's played 507 games. He's got 214 goals, 214 assists for 428 points. Does he ever reach that level? Like I said, when he came into the league and past, I'll say the 2015-2016 season, I started saying, you know what? I think he's going to get to 50 goals. I think he's going to win Rocket Richard trophies. I think he's one of the best pure goal scorers in the game. And since then, he hasn't reached that level. He's been a solid 30 goal scorer, which is amazing. Again, this is a guy who had 30 goals 5 years in a row, minimum, and I still talk about how I don't know that he necessarily reached his peak. He has the 140 goal season, 139 in there as well. And that third surgery has to have the Blues concerned. So we're going to start a season without Tarasenko in the lineup. Now, I think the report this week of Tarasenko kind of hoping that maybe when the captaincy was out there, maybe he would be considered for it. I actually take that as a positive. If he's sitting at home and saying, I don't know that I'm ever going to play again, he doesn't care about the captaincy. And so the fact that he cares about the captaincy tells you that he's at least confident he's going to come back and he's going to be a key contributor for the St. Louis Blues. I think with the squash schedule we're going to see this year, I think with the different divisions we're going to see and the possibility of very, very intense games, St. Louis might be better to, I'm not going to say baby, but maybe just, finesse it a little bit so he plays here and there if he can. You don't worry about it too much if he's, on the fence or if you're not sure, doctors aren't sure, you just, err on the side of caution with the idea that next season, 21-21, 2022, you want him to play all 82 games. I think what St. Louis does with him from here has to be with an eye towards, not this season, the next one. Because him playing through the injury clearly hasn't helped. Him coming back, and then the question becomes, did he come back too early? Did he come back when he shouldn't have? Because if you go back for surgery a third time, that's telling you there's something going on. And then the question becomes, he's had surgery 3 times on the same shoulder. Is he ever going to be able to shoot the puck again the way that he used to? Or is he going to have to reinvent himself when he does play every game and become a setup man because the shot isn't quite what it was? Or change the way he takes that shot. Maybe they're garbage goals. Maybe instead of, taking the pretty goals, maybe he gets the garbage goals in front of the net. And with the way he's built, he may very well be able to do that. It'll be interesting to see what he does. Again, I was really hoping he would at some point win a Rocket Richard trophy. I don't see that necessarily happening at this stage, but you just never know. He does have the heart. He does make the effort. And I remember during the playoffs basically saying, I don't think he's 100%, and then he wasn't 100%. So here's to hoping he gets back to that. And I have no doubt that Doug Armstrong is going to do what's best for Vlad Tarasenko. Of the GMs in the league, I can't see him being one that would be at the front of the line, pushing a guy into the lineup when he's not ready. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section below regarding Vladimir Tarasenko and whether he ever gets back to that 40-goal player that he was not that long ago. It's 4 years ago now, but it doesn't feel like it's that long ago. Or does he have to reinvent himself, and at what point will we see him in the lineup every game? Or does he end up being a guy who, in an 82-game schedule, maybe plays 60 every year? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.